You're over 50 and considering relocating to Thailand. Researching visa choices can be daunting with so many options and conflicting and outdated information out there. The good news is that you do have options that not only allow you to stay here for the long term, but that are also tailored to give you freedom to pursue whatever experience you most want out of Thailand. To have a framework, I put your long-term visa choices in 4 quadrants. The first is what I call home or home base. In other words, do you see yourself staying put here for most of the time, or is Thailand a jumping off point with frequent travels overseas? The second quadrant is working in Thailand and obtaining a visa that allows you to lawfully earn money here, which also makes permanent residency possible. The third quadrant is a family-inclusive option that allows you to bring in your family under your visa or obtain a dependent visa from your spouse or child. The fourth quadrant is what I call the no-hassle multi-year visa that you apply for once and then hold for a term of 5, 10, or even 15 years. With these 4 quadrants in mind, let's jump in. So, the first consideration is whether you want to settle in here or you're making Thailand a convenient hub for travels throughout the region. If Thailand is home for the foreseeable future, the most popular program by far is the non-O retirement visa. This visa can be extended annually for as long as you want to stay in Thailand. You can also open a bank account and stay as long as you like. Other than being over the age of 50, you'll also need to show proof of 800,000 Thai baht, or about $25,000. This money remains yours, but is essentially kept in your Thai bank account to give the government assurance that you can support yourself. Now, if Thailand is a jumping off point and you plan to frequently travel outside of the kingdom, or you have a second residence elsewhere, the 5-year DTV visa may be the right choice. For a one-time government fee of just 10,000 Thai baht, it's incredibly cost-effective. The fee also includes your re-entry rights, which would be 3,800 Thai baht annual expense with many other visa types. You will have to show 500,000 Thai baht, or local currency equivalent, in a bank account for 3 statement periods. But once the visa is granted, you can invest or otherwise use these funds at your discretion. Finally, you cannot open a bank account with this visa, and you must exit the country every 180 days. So again, if you're making Thailand home for the long term, the non-O retirement visa might be the better options. The second consideration, or quadrant, working in Thailand requires a work permit, and there are only a few visas that allow you to obtain a work permit, so let's review those. The first is the most typical non-B or non-immigrant business visa. If you've gotten an offer from a Thai company, your employer will typically help you through this process. This visa can be extended indefinitely so long as you remain employed, and your employer must show that it employs 4 Thai nationals for every expat employee. This expat to Thai hiring ratio is the way the Thai Department of Employment protects the Thai labor force. The second visa that allows you to work is the non-O marriage visa. If you have a Thai spouse and essentially are supporting a Thai family, the government will acknowledge this contribution by requiring your employer to hire only 2 Thai nationals for each expat who has a Thai spouse. The other benefit of this visa is if you ever lose your job or decide to quit, you can maintain your non-O marriage visa and remain in the country. With a non-B visa, if you lose your job, you have 7 days to either exit Thailand or come up with an alternative right to stay here. The last, and ironically best visa that gives you a right to work here is the 10-year wealthy pensioner LTR visa. You need to show $80,000 in annual passive income to qualify. But if you qualify, you can also receive a 5-year digital work permit through the Board of Investment upon receiving an employment offer. Also, your expat to Thai ratio is 0, making you a more attractive candidate to prospective employers. Finally, if you do lose your job or decide to truly retire, your 10-year visa remains in place. A final note about this quadrant: if you ever aspire to truly immigrate to Thailand and become a permanent resident, you are typically required to work and pay taxes here. Accordingly, the only visas that can put you on the path to PR are both in the second quadrant, the non-B and the non-O marriage visas. Hey, if you're finding this helpful, please support our channel by liking and subscribing so we can continue to offer immigration and expat updates. The third consideration, or quadrant, is whether you have dependents in Thailand. This can include a Thai spouse or children, and the non-O visa you qualify for in these circumstances can be extended on an annual basis indefinitely. Also, the money that remains on deposit in your Thai bank account is 400,000 Thai baht, half the amount required if you hold a non-O retirement visa. And as I mentioned, you can obtain a work permit if you hold this visa and are married to a Thai. Now, if your minor children are enrolled in school with a non-ED or education visa, you would also qualify for the non-O in order to care for your children so long as they remain in school here. Finally, there are family-friendly visas for which the immediate family members can obtain dependent visa status under the primary applicant's visa. This includes the 5-year DTV, the 10-year LTR, and the non-B visa. Finally, the fourth consideration, or quadrant, is whether you want to avoid annual trips to immigration to extend your visa and want the certainty and ease of holding a multiple-year visa. There are 3 visa programs that offer these benefits. We've already discussed the 5-year DTV and the 10-year LTR programs. The final multiple-year visa program that offers the easiest way to settle in here is the Privilege program. This has terms of 5, 10, and even 15 years. Now, the starting price of a 5-year visa is 650,000 Thai baht, but you can remain in Thailand during the entirety of the term and open a bank account. While more expensive than other visa choices, if you value ease and time efficiency, you should consider the Privilege program, especially considering the favorable cost of living you'll enjoy in Thailand. At bottom, there is no one-size-fits-all visa program that's right for everyone. We all have our perspectives, aspirations, and pain points. The good news is that if you're over the age of 50, you have several viable visa options to consider. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you find this helpful, please hit that subscribe button.